All right. Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a bonus general message. These are the ones that usually always begin with an anecdote, something pertaining to my dog, and then I see if that sets the tone for the storytelling. So, today, my Aries needed a lot of extra exercise. And so, I made sure that he got that. And wow, was he ever thrilled! He knew exactly what the plan was. And so, he ran his little legs off. Let me tell you, he had lots to do today. So yeah, he was a very big helper. It was time to kind of tidy up the garden and everything. So I was hauling stuff, and he was racing along with me and chasing the rake, and you name it. He's a very good boy, very good helper. All right, so let's keep that in mind as we begin this. Hi guys, wonderful to see you, Jessica, Anand, Juliet. Hi. All right, so we begin with Virgo energy. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So the fact that I talk about my dog being so very much a little a worker bee today, that makes sense considering that we do have Virgo energy here, which is kind of like the bit of a workhorse energy. So this might begin with someone who's toiling today in this storytelling. By the way, you guys, let me know if how the audio is on this one, would you? I'm hoping that it's all tidied up from last night. Last night we were struggling a little bit in that singles storyline. There was some fuzz involved in the audio, so hopefully it's fixed. So the fact that we have Virgo energy, though, whatever somebody is trying to work on, thank you so much, Chase. Whatever somebody is working on, it's we got Piscean energy next. So we've got Virgo Pisces. There's a lot of knowledge here, but you notice that this character is almost, I would argue, someone is working on assimilating information in this story. So, first I was thinking, oh, is it going to be physical labor that somebody is involved heavily in? No, they're working hard to assimilate knowledge. And, it's almost like first you read something and they got to sit with it for a while. Or you learn something and then you got to kind of turn it over and over in your mind a bit, so that it makes sense, or so you can tear it apart and make it more palatable and then know how to work with that information. So that's what we have going on for a character. So they're working really hard. Star in the reverse could be information regarding an Aquarius that someone is chewing over, or it could be recognizing that either something's not going to be able to be healed and then making peace with that, or they're chewing on that, or they're saying, maybe I'm realizing something's not actually my wish fulfillment anymore. That's a huge thing. But what we got to dig into this a little, because I got to know, because I'm feeling nosy tonight. I got to know what it is that this character is really, they're looking at information from a different perspective. What is the information really? Not just what is it about, but like what's the source of the information? We have 6 of coins. We have 10 of cups. It's almost as if I don't know if it's that a character had someone say something to them, or maybe a group of friends even, or they looked at different, maybe really great relationships that other people have, and they said, let me consider, do I have the makings of a great relationship if I wanted a particular person? I can see what a great relationship consists of. I can see that I have other great relationships in my life. I'm kind of looking at information in regards to cooperation and 10 of cups. What is emotional fulfillment and true, really satisfying emotional fulfillment? Do I have that? Do I have access to that with this particular set of circumstances? Tell me a little bit more, because I could be going down the wrong road on that, but that's what I see here. We've got a 4 of cups sideways. We have a 10 of coins upright. I don't want to say that a character is getting more calculating and they're saying, hey, if I've got a way out, what is the reality of what I think I can achieve for myself right now? Is it, emotional satisfaction, or is it financial success, which is more tangible to me right now? It almost looks like our character is saying, Only one of these two wishes or dreams are truly achievable at this moment in time. Now, remember, the Hanged Man just talks about a delay. Doesn't mean that this character can't have it all. But right now we have two different tens. To me, those are the major goals, the major achievements. And I would look at this, because these cards came out in a little separate duo here, as on one hand, could I focus on love, romance, relationship? On the other hand, could I actually maybe make $1 million? Which of these is more attainable at the moment? So if our character, who could be a Virgo, could be a Pisces, could be Aquarius, doesn't have to be any of those, but let's put it this way: their mind is on logic and grounded energy. They're also using their emotions combined with their intellect, combined with their intuition, to try to gain a really clear perception on what is it that I even want more. Which of these two options do I want most right now? I don't think that this character has to say, well, if I'm going to have financial success and I can't have romance, or if I'm going to be about romance and I can't have financial success. I don't think it's one or the other. I just think it's what can I have in the present. Maybe one thing is a lot more attainable. So which one is it that's more attainable? I feel like I want to stick with this deck for right now. Tell me about the 10 of Cups vibe in regards to how attainable does that actually look. So we have Knight of Wands, we have Emperor, we have 8 of Cups, and we have 9 of Coin. I think it's saying that our character says, for an emotional 10 of Cups, I would have to first meet someone. There'd have to be that mutual respect and that flash of passion. And then we'd maybe be able to see whether or not this relationship's going to go the distance. Have I met an Emperor? It's like I'd have to interview prospective 10 of Cups people. And I know my 10 of Cups is going to be an Emperor. So first I got to find one of those. But in reality, if I found one of those, let me ask myself the tough question. Am I truly ready to, and maybe this is going to sound selfish, but am I truly ready to put my energy into building an empire alongside someone? Or is there still the need somewhere inside of my soul that says, but I need to build my own empire first because there's something I need to do. I need to own my vineyard before I wind up building an empire with an emperor. It almost feels like, and this could be a short-term goal. It doesn't have to be a vineyard either, but let's say this character says, but before I get into a hot and heavy romance that could go the distance, secretly I've been planning to take a trip in January because I want to go down to South America, and I've always wanted to do this trip, and I just got the money together, scraped it together so I could do this. It's going to kind of suck if my heart is here when I'm going on this trip and I'm not willing to give up this trip. I've worked hard for this, or I'm still working hard for this. There's a reason I need to do this for me. I put it into play long before I thought about a relationship. And now if I met the perfect person, am I really ready for the perfect person? No, not till after this trip. So I kind of feel like on one hand, this character is acknowledging, as much as it would be wonderful to have a 10 of Cups, to be madly in love with an emperor and they with me, the truth of it is there's some stuff I still got to do solo first. Okay. All right. So now let's take a look at that 10 of Pentacles, because right now it looks like the 10 of Pentacles is weighing out for this character. It looks like they are acknowledging somewhere deep down, I know what it is that I want. But of course we have to complicate matters, because we have the Lovers and we have the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say this, and I know this is getting kind of specific, but I always try to just read it the way I see it for these fictional stories. I feel like this character says, if I were to pursue making big money right now, pursuing big career, I feel like it's big money. I don't even feel like it's big career. I think somebody wants to live in a swanky place. They want to have a swimming pool full of money. They want a taste of kind of like the Instagram lifestyle, right? The lavish cars, the perfect location. They want a taste of that. And they feel like, I think I could do that. And what's more, if I'm in that space, if I go and I create this opportunity to be in this lavish place, and maybe this is just an expensive vacation that they really want to, spring for, but I don't want, I already know, I know that there might be someone that I'm supposed to meet on that vacation. I feel pulled to it. I feel drawn to it. I feel like there's a lover out there that I've got to cross paths with. In fact, I don't just kind of think it, like I feel like I know it, and it sounds crazy. And all I know is it's not an opportunity that I want to miss out on. I'm not truly ready for an emperor and to build an empire until I've done this thing for myself. And it has to do with seemingly pursuing a career or a huge amount of financial success. Maybe somebody wants to go on a yoga retreat. We do see somebody doing yoga here at some swanky resort. But it's like, I need to still be single because while I'm at this resort, I know that there's some lover, some romantic partner that I need to be able to surrender to for this experience. Okay, so now we got to ask, why does this character feel like there is a lover out there that is not their emperor, but someone that they feel destined to connect with, someone that they absolutely must allow themselves the freedom? They can't be, well, I'm honoring a connection with an emperor that I'm going to go back home to, so I can't have this romantic interlude with this person while I'm on this vacation. They're saying, no, I feel like I have to do this. I have to still be single because there's someone I'm supposed to cross paths with. Why? 6 of Wands. Okay, so look, I'm not going to say I love this story because I don't, but here's the thing. This looks like this character says, because to be with a particular someone, to cross paths, maybe they're going to meet somebody famous, somebody wealthy, and they go, I just know that there's a lover out there. And it is kind of an ego-fulfilling thing. I have to say it this way. That's why I said I'm not going to say I love what I'm about to say, but our lead character seems to be saying, I have to be free and single to pursue this very lavish experience that I'm about to go and create for myself. More than I want love and long-term romance right now, I want to be little footless, single, fancy free, do some really kind of lavish thing, meet some very attractive hunk or hunkette, because this is part of my feeling of success. Maybe it's a lover who becomes a business contact or something, and it launches them forward into a whole new level of life. And it's like, I have to be able to let the energy flow. I don't want to say this person is like, I'm money grubbing and I'm looking for, someone, I want to like rub elbows with the wealthy and be able to have some flirtatious romance to connive and get someone to be a business contact. And that's kind of what it's coming out as. And that's not quite the vibe here. It's more like a character says, but I have foreseen in my future that, much like, think of this like episodes in like a mini series or something, and we've got a character who's almost like at this fork in the roads, and they're saying, I know that at some point I'm going to have a long, stable, and loving romance, but right now is a time for great adventure in my life, and there's an adventure that I sense I'm gravitating toward. It's important for me. I have to be, it's not even like sowing their wild oats. It's like they sense that there are these steps that they must take because part of their life's destiny is to have certain experiences in their life. We have an 8 of Wands and we have a Judgment. Maybe that's because whomever this lover is, could be a Gemini, doesn't have to be, could be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be, but maybe this lover is someone that, you notice how we've got somebody like, like doing the little, like they're watching this character fly right into their life. There's this element of, I already know. Now, normally this is what like directors and, people like that do when they're saying, oh, I'm going to, I could see you in movies, I'm imagining this in my camera and I can see you on screen, tracking your movements on a screen, and it's beautiful. Maybe this character is going to wind up getting headhunted all of a sudden and have a career, or at least a brief starring role as someone's leading lady or leading man. Maybe this is, they take some lavish vacation and they already know that I have to stay single because there's an opportunity coming up. I sense it in my bones. I'm going to be scouted. I'm going to be found. I'm going to be seen. And for whatever reason, it's as if our character is saying, and that is something that I am supposed to complete or reconnect with in this lifetime. It's, look, this character is one who is saying, I feel like I'm meant for certain connections in my life as well as certain experiences in my life. This is like a person who maybe from childhood, they always knew at some point, I know I'm going to be a performer, or I know I'm going to be finding myself in a particular, very exclusive, very luxurious space. I'm going to reconnect. And I do want to say reconnect with someone that is like a passionate, romantic person. Maybe this is a past life love. And it's like, I've got to finish what I started. This is almost like, I don't know if in a past life this character was a doomed romance and they were both in film or they were both starlets or something. But it has this element of like big, grandiose energy to this. Like our character is saying, but I have to pursue the grandiose. I feel like it was something that I've been meant for. It was something maybe I was denied in a past life. And I just know that I have to follow this thread of my life down this other road. And it's a weird thing to be in this place where they're thinking through it and they're saying, what would really make me happy? Because I'm at this crossroads. One road or the other is where I'm going to find myself. I could either call in my emperor right now, or I could call in this life of luxury and this other lover and this romance and this kind of grandiose, like life path that I can see for myself. I do want to go back over to the lover card for just one moment and say, who is that lover to them, that Gemini energy? Is this someone? Three of Swords. You know, this might not end well, but it doesn't matter. It's oh, there's a song in my head and then it's like getting pushed out by like three others, but it's like, even if this ends with a heartbreak for some reason, I still feel like I have to have this experience. Maybe again, if this was some past life pull that this character has, maybe they're saying, I know we probably won't have success together in this lifetime either, but I feel like we already had a lack of success last lifetime and I just need to kiss him one more time in this life. It feels a little, like I said, this whole storyline, this thread feels very grandiose to me. And it's interesting how, let me check the Judgment card. It's interesting how this feels, the Chariot. Checkmate. It's like they got to finish some cosmic game with that lover by reuniting with them, by finding them somehow in this lifetime, having some experience. It feels very movie-esque. And then finally closing that cycle out and saying, okay, checkmate, we finished the game. We finally got to finish our moves. Now I bid you adieu, and now I move into the arms of an emperor. Now I'll be ready for an emperor. It really feels like this character is in a moment where they're saying, I have one last, I'll call it hurrah, where I have to go and I have to pursue some unfinished business. And it's as if this character says, my lifetime right now, I first have to fulfill one incomplete story from a previous lifetime. And the only way I can do that is by following my intuition that says, I am not yet ready for my emperor. I will be, but I have this incomplete storyline. And it is like a movie. It's this grandiose pursuit. And I know that I must follow this. And I know that there's some lover that I probably will still go through heartbreak with, but I'll also go through like the agony and the ecstasy of it. It will feel like at least I'm glad I did this. I'm glad that we reconnected. I'm glad that we maybe got a chance to finally say the things that we needed to say, play this film out to its completion, maybe even make peace with each other, and finally know I finally have finished a karmic cycle. That's what I would say. I would say that our character is, they know somewhere deep inside of themselves, I must finish a karmic cycle before I can have an emperor. This has felt like it was a divine feminine all the way through this. Doesn't have to be, but I have to say, man, this character, I'd like to be a fly on the wall for their story or watch this movie, because what they've got going on is like so much intrigue, drama, kind of excitement and all of that. But it's all to close out a karmic cycle so that then they can move forward. It's just interesting to see them able to close a karmic cycle, complete a journey, do the checkmate, and then move on within one lifetime, and then still be ready for the next tremendous important phase of their life, which is their actual 10 of cups with that emperor. This person that they are choosing to like connect to follow the thread that will take them into the arms of that lover, that thread is not an easy thread to follow. It's exciting, but it actually has a lot of heartbreak, a lot of hurt in it. But it also has redemption, and it also has completion and closure, which is remarkable to see all that play out for our character. Whew. Okay, here I go. um, oh. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your lovely energy. Thank you for choosing to visit. Dwayne Anderson, always great to see you. Thanks for popping in. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you so much, and for having fun and just hanging out for some free entertainment. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. The next video I do will be the Make Mondays Suck Less series, where I go ahead and go through all of the winners. So I'm going to record that one next. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes for that. Okay. Bye, guys. My pleasure. Good to see you, Jojo. Hey, Brian, Gigi, Alexandra. Thank you for being here. The backdrop on this one, we're going to jump into kind of some cosmic mythology next. So it's kind of a mythological backdrop. So spoiler alert, that's where I'm headed next. All right, you guys take care. Bye. I'll see you for some of the zodiacs next as well. All right, bye.